Okay, let's do a reading for you then, Leo. I am concentrating on future love, okay? So looking at the timing over the next few months, when are you most likely to attract a new love? So in terms of healing, inner work that needs to be done, letting go of people from the past, still, if you're still angry towards the last person you dealt with, then perhaps there's some stuff, still to work through. If you're in a space where something really bad happens and you've got your walls up, we do that for good reason. So it doesn't necessarily mean that we're ready right now. But obviously I'm dealing with the collective, so there could be some of you where you're just like, yeah, I'm ready, Alright then, so the first card will represent now. So today, tomorrow, yesterday. The second card will represent the rest of September. The third card will be October. And the fourth card will be November. Alright, so Spirit, please will you pick some cards for my Leo collective? When will they be ready for new love? Okay, so we've got the King of Pentacles. So you're in a good place in terms of being abundant financially. You're feeling generous, you're feeling stable. You're very providing, so certainly you've got a lot to offer in terms of a relationship. When things aren't going well financially, we definitely don't feel like we should be offering ourselves to others. If we're someone with good intentions, we tend to wait till we've got our ducks in a row and then we present ourselves to other people, okay? That's how we'd want other people to approach us. So that's what we need to do, is pick our timing when we go towards others, okay? So I'd say your vibrations are pretty high right now. Let's get one for September then, for the rest of September. Right, in the challenge position, we got the Two of Cups. Open your heart and receive love from others. So perhaps you're in a good financial, very, very stable situation. And perhaps what you're looking for is the right connection, something with equality, something with balance. So you're going to be quite discerning and you're going to be expecting give and take, okay? So it's a case of making sure that you wait for the right one. You're not going to open up for just anyone. Very wise, Leo. What about then October, which is only a week and a half away? Oh, the Emperor, right. So you've got serious stability. The Emperor is all four kings. Okay, so the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the King of Swords, and the King of Wands. So lots of energy, drive, passion, integrity, honesty. Generosity of money, generosity of feelings and emotions. You are about to level up, Leo. So we've got that fire energy, stability. Life is hard right now. Look around, help is at hand. See, you might experience some kind of hardship. I don't know if it's lack of resources and money or, feeling in the cold in terms of love. Let's have a look. Acceptance, hope, forgiveness after loss. You might get some charity and some recovery from this financial dip. It might be that you have a lot of outgoings, or your company says, look, we've got to let some people go. But you will recover from that, okay? So, Page of Wands reversed. Yeah, I mean, when you've been through stuff like that, you're not that enthusiastic to embark on a new adventure. It's a period of instability. But then look, you find love. The Ace of Cups is, you know, that is being in love, right? You might feel a bit possessive over your money in this time. And it says recovery from forgiveness or optimism towards, you know, this might be the thing that causes you to release anything from the past that you were still holding on to. Yeah, look, we're letting go of the burdens. I don't see you as being irresponsible. I don't see it as that. I see it as you refusing to take on the burdens, you know. I mean, that could always represent self-love, but we asked Spirit when you would be open to love. And you've got the Emperor energy. Possessive. You could be possessive over somebody. You could be optimistic. You might behave a bit irresponsibly. You know, it doesn't seem to be a totally positive card, this one. It speaks of being a bit envious or careless or irresponsible or being angry with somebody, because one's is passion, but when that spills over, you know, it can become anger. So I don't know. You definitely got a little bit of turmoil in but from, you know, a place where you've leveled up. So bit of a mixed bag for October. Let's have a look then for November. Three of Cups and the Strength reversed. Okay, so I mean, the Three of Cups represents coming together, okay, in a group. So it could be family, it could be friends, it could be work colleagues. It's more likely to be whoever you share the most feelings with. So it could be family or friends. You know, it's celebrating happy times. We've got weakness, impotence, repression, pettiness, impatience, and doubt. Maybe you're kind of feeling like you're not sure who it is that's there for you when times are hard. Perhaps your friends cause doubt in you over this connection, the one that you appear to be in love with, or you know, you're a little bit too eager to celebrate. I don't know. You're very stable right now, and you've got the Two of Cups in the challenge position for the rest of this month. Balance, attraction, partnership, harmony. So there needs to be enough of that present, like mutual attraction. Each of those two people is offering a cup. So it could be unrequited love, you know, if that's the challenge, or it could be, you know, that one of you likes, you know, the other more, or, you know, you're just not gonna like waste any time like on people who are messing about. You want, you know, duality, you want a union, you want balance. Might be that you're ready for something a bit more serious than what you've been getting. I mean, you've got this Emperor stability about you. Superficial, theatrical, distracted, depressed, domineering, bad news, instability. Yeah, I think finances might struggle a little bit, and it's going to make you have a bit of a bad temper. You're going to recover from it. Open your heart and receive the emotions around it. Unconditional love, new feelings, new friendship, beauty, opulence, pleasure, self-love. Lack of originality, possessiveness, obstacles, greed, materialism. Release, optimism. It's like up and down in the month of, maybe you'll have a couple of false starts with people where, they're just kind of like looking to waste your time, waste your money. And it sort of gets you in a bad mood, or yeah, take care of yourself in October, because it looks to be a bit of a tricky month. And then in November, celebrate your success with those you care about. But then we've got weakness, doubts, impatience, pettiness. Maybe if you're gonna have a bit of like an argument with one of your mates or one of your family members or something, because we've got the Strength reversed. The Strength upright it's your Leo energy. It's your major arcana. You don't know your own strength until it's tested. It's everything positive in the upright: courage, resilience, confidence, being self-assured, inner power, passion. But reversed, it's like being lackluster or without passion, being a bit flat. Yeah, maybe you're not going to feel like celebrating in November, something like that. Might feel quite frustrated, That fiery temper might come out a little bit. I feel like I've let you down there, because I don't feel like I've got anything solid coming through. Let's get some advice. I mean, now seems like a good time because you seem to be, doing well financially. Let's have a look, see what Spirit says. Dream. Follow your yearning for the deep blue sea. Whatever feels right and natural to you, go for it, go towards it. Dare to dream. Don't get too bogged down in responsibilities. Like, who do you feel drawn to? Who do you feel is really attractive inside and out? What kind of person do you think you would like to have a union with? Have you ever felt that way about anyone before? Maybe you're just not quite sure what you want. Maybe you've never been in love. I know people who are grown-ups, they're not sure if they've ever been in love. They think they might have been. But I feel like, to be honest, if you're not sure, then you haven't. Or people feel like they've been in love with the wrong person, like, they made bad choices, so they don't trust their own judgment. But I think you should just dare to dream, Leo. Be open to being vulnerable around other people, because you're Leo the lion. You're full of ego, pride. You like to be the one that everyone looks up to. So it needs to be a ride or die. It needs to be someone who's loyal, probably someone who's in their feminine, nurturing, calm energy, so they're a nice balance for you. Yeah, just whatever's going on with you financially or otherwise, whatever challenges come up, make sure you don't take them out on others, you know, because that's gonna frighten people away. That Leo fire is too much sometimes. Let me see if I can pull one for December. Let's see what comes out for December. I mean, energies change, and you know, you might think, do you know what, my circumstances are changing, my external realities are changing, or my attitude towards romance is changing, or, you know, so I could pull these cards out tomorrow and I could get totally different answers. It's about your healing journey, and, you know, your experience is fluid, energy is fluid, so I could pull these cards in a few days' time and we could get totally different answers, you know. So we've got the Justice for December. So you're looking for fairness, balance, you're looking for your person. It's all about accountability, and we were just talking about that, weren't we? We were talking about the need to manage our own feelings, our own emotions, no matter what comes our way. You know, that give and take, and not taking things out on the people closest to us will be really important, and it looks like you master that in December. You know, so maybe it's going to be closer to Christmas time, or it could be happening right now, today, tomorrow, yesterday. You might meet someone because, you know, you're very stable, very generous right now, and you do level up to the Emperor over the next month. So it's possible that you focused on your finances, and that is attractive to people. We did have that Ace of Cups there, but it just, you know, that can speak of self-care and trying to, you know, regain balance after, you know, troubled times. So I'm reading that contextually. I think you do want something serious there, because you look like you're looking for someone who's a proper connection and not someone to fool around with. You might be, you know, holding yourself up in November and not like socialising too much, but I think December, you're kind of ready for whatever comes towards you and you're ready to do your part. So let's go with that. Dare to dream, Leo. Okay, think about, you know, not everything has to be done solo. You need the lioness. Whether you're male or female, you need your, you know, your person, don't you? So I'm saying December. I'm calling it December for that one. Alright, thanks, Leo. Okay, this is going to be a reading for Virgo. I'm going to do a 4-card spread, okay, looking at your healing and when that means you'll be open to future love. Okay, so the first card is going to focus on now, so today, tomorrow, yesterday. The second card will be the rest of September, the third card will be October, and the fourth card will be November. Okay, so Spirit, please pull out 4 cards for Virgo. When will my Virgo collective be open to new love? Okay, so at the moment we've got the Ace of Swords with the 2 of Pentacles reversed. So the Ace of Swords is about a major revelation, truth, clarity, a confession. It's air energy, it's cerebral, okay? It's information, it's knowledge, it's communication. Speak your mind to solve your problems. So there's going to be some sort of breakthrough that cuts through the crap and gets right to the heart of the matter. Okay, something significant. We've got forced gaiety, inflexibility, chaos, imbalance, overwhelmed, disorganized. So I feel like you're going to get kind of enlightened over what's caused chaos. You know, in the upright, the Two of Pentacles is two things or two people, two priorities that are being juggled, and we've got a very small, fast, nimble ship, and then we've got a very large, powerful, slow ship, and this crazy, you know, stormy sea, and they're sort of battling, and this person's struggling to find a balance. They're struggling to give equally or to make a choice, you know, who should get their attention. So with that reversed, there's a crazy imbalance going on and some sort of chaotic situation. I think you're going to get clarity on it, but that's what you're dealing with in the present. Okay, so based off that, I'd say not today or tomorrow or yesterday would you find, you know, new love, because your vibrations will be quite low when you're dealing with something toxic or something chaotic, something tumultuous. Okay, so let's get one for the rest of September, so the next week and a half. Okay, Six of Swords is moving on. It's separating yourself and travelling to somewhere new, either with people or without them. Okay, Swords are worries, so you're leaving those worries behind. Six is a number of balance, transition, exit, moving beyond, problem solving, a journey, deeper thinking and research. Okay, so you're kind of in the process of healing here from whatever this crazy situation was. So I'd say not for the rest of this month would you be open to, you know, receiving new love. Let's have a look at October, which is only a week and a half away. The Fool reversed, naivety, recklessness, apathy, inexperience, hesitation, unwise decisions, indecision. So you could find yourself either not trusting your own judgment or making crazy mistakes in October. So you'll either be presented with opportunities and take the leap, and it won't be a good outcome, or you'll refuse to take a leap because you're frightened. So I'm going to say there could be some false starts or some mistakes in, you know, October. It doesn't mean there's not going to be any action, but it won't necessarily leave you unscathed should you pursue it. So let's go for November. Give me a card for November, please. The Three of Cups. Okay, so time to celebrate with friends, with family, and it could be with a potential new love, couldn't it? So, I mean, that's the most positive card we've had. It's support, sharing, celebration, problem resolution, gladness, bounty, joy, friendship, society. So your vibration's going to be really, really high, okay, in the month of November. So if we're thinking of everything that happens in November, you know, like there's Thanksgiving around that time. There's, in the UK, we have Guy Fawkes night or bonfire night, you know, big bonfires, fireworks. It's that time, isn't it, where it's like being thankful, and it's leading up to Christmas. So that's a lovely time to be attracting people in, sharing it with someone, you know. So I'm going to say November for you guys, Virgo. Let's get you some advice. Move, well, that goes with your Six of Swords card. Barnacles only grow on a docked ship. Okay, so the Fool card reversed spoke of indecision and like not just making bad decisions, but potentially refusing to even decide, you know, because you're scared. So it says move. Otherwise, you're going to get barnacles on you. Patience, this tide. Okay, the tide will come in when it's ready. You'll get love when you're ready for it, okay? When your vibration's nice and high, when things are going well, you attract people, and you just do, okay? People who smile, who have a great smile, you know, no matter what's going on, they'll put a smile on and they'll bounce back from it. People like that always attract, you know, attract others. So whether it's like, you know, someone who's just meant to be a lover or a friend or family or, you know, a random person that you bump into on the street that you just end up having a chat with, you will be attractive to others, okay? But sometimes we're not ready for a major love, okay? When we're still recovering or still healing, or we're afraid, you know, to take that leap. So November looks to be the time, okay? Determination, don't be afraid of the rising tide, it will soon recede. So, you know, you will get problems in relationships, and they go through phases, don't they? You know, tough times and lighter times, you know, and you can have a major blip, you know, and have a break, you know, and get back together. Sometimes people have many years apart and then end up back together. You just do not know, okay? So don't be afraid and think, you know, don't have catastrophe kind of mentality or disaster mentality. It's okay. People argue, people don't agree on everything. You're two different people with different minds, you know, and it is scary and it hurts when you have arguments, but as long as you talk it through and you cuddle in and, you know, whatever afterwards, it will be fine. It's part of relationships, is give and take, compromise, you know, understanding where each other's coming from, and forgiveness, you know. Don't go to sleep on arguments and keep things going. I used to do that when I was in my 20s. I'd be like, but they need to apologise because they're the ones in the wrong. At the end of the day, you both need to start talking again, and, you know, it doesn't help anyone if, you know, you're having huge sulks. Or I find it difficult not to do that, but I do recognise that it isn't healthy if one person's always apologising, or you know, I just know that if I have a fallout with the person I'm in love with, I'm devastated, and there's no way I can go out to a party or go out and do anything. You know, I'd rather miss it and we stay home and talk and sort out what's going on with us than go out and pretend everything's fine. Well, maybe that's, you know, because it's precious to me and stuff, and like, I don't think the other person always understands. They think, well, you know, everything will be fine, they just want to go out to the party or whatever, but maybe they've got an unhealthy mentality as well, and they're like, well, I just don't want to think about it. That doesn't sort out either, does it? You know, so everyone's different, and it is scary doing relationships, but they bring you so much joy. And most of the time, if you're right for each other, you shouldn't be having fallouts. You shouldn't be. It should be bliss. You know, the best relationships are just easy, they just flow, to be honest. So I wouldn't assume that there's going to be, you know, terrible times. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. It looks like November is going to be your month, okay? And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, Libra, let's have a look and see when you're going to be ready for future love. Okay, so you'll have an idea, a bit of an idea based off of how you're feeling, what you've been healing from, what you've been dealing with. You know, if things are going well for you in other aspects of your life. It all depends, doesn't it, you know, how much we're able to feel upbeat, how much we're able to take the rough with the smooth and still have optimism, still have reasons to be, you know, excited, things to look forward to, things we're planning in, little bits of success. Make sure you celebrate those. Remember the things that you've achieved, And, you know, if you're still getting over someone, then it's highly likely you've got a bit of a wall up. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to pull 4 cards. The first one will be for now. So today, tomorrow, yesterday, okay? The second card will be for the rest of this month, the rest of September. The third card will be October, and the fourth card will be November, okay? So based off what's going on with you right now, Libra, we'll see when your vibration is going to be at your highest and when you're most likely to be attractive to others and, you know, magnetise some future loving. Okay, so Spirit Guides, Universe and Angels, please pull me some cards for my Libra collective. Firstly, a card for the present. Right, so we've got the Fool in reversed and the Hanged Man in reversed. So we've got 2 cards side by side of indecision, okay? Unwise, reckless, naive, inexperience, hesitation, okay? So it's either you're too afraid to put yourself out there, you don't think you have anything to offer right now, or you're putting yourself out there into situations that make no sense, okay? You're being reckless and foolish. So it could be either, you know, that you're just afraid to even move and have a go at love, or you might be picking some situations that didn't have too much going for them in the first place, okay? Some foolish decisions. So basically not right now. Let's get one for the rest of September. Okay, so we've got the Justice card. It's your card. Libra, air energy, scales of justice, looking for fairness, equality, clarity, balance, accountability, taking accountability. So you'll be in a good position later on in this month. Let's have a look at October then. You know, if you have been making foolish decisions, perhaps you're going to rebalance yourself and approach things with a bit more wisdom, a bit more calm, do a bit more research, take a little bit longer to think about it going forward, you know. See if the other person is able to give you the same. We've got the Two of Wands in the sort of challenge position. So again, a bit of an imbalance. Aries, fire energy, believe in your personal power, justice, boldness, dominion, decisions, planning, first steps. So again, you seem to be in a little bit of a like, oh, I don't know. This can happen to people with Libra placements, okay? I'm Libra moon, and I sometimes get myself so stuck because I'm weighing up the two sides, and I can see the good and the bad, and it's almost like you get yourself into a non-decision and you end up stuck, you know. It's almost a curse because Librans are attractive, they're intelligent, they're social, they're artistic, creative, they're drama free, right? But sometimes we get ourselves really stuck between, because we're looking at both sides and we're able to see both sides of an argument, or able to see what's good about both options and what's bad about both options. We just can't pick. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like you get to a bit of a standstill over two directions here in October. But that's okay. Choices make up life, you know. Life is just a series of choices, decisions. And you know what, if you ever pick a direction and, you know, Spirit decides that's not your direction, it'll send you off in another course, best laid plans and all that. So you best believe you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Don't let anxiety take over. Don't get too much in your head about what is the right thing to do and then stop moving. You know, make decisions, get shit done. If you're going in a direction not meant to be, you'll get, you know, set back on it. You'll get, what's the word, rerouted and set back, thrown back in the right direction. You know, it's all written, it's all in control. You know, it's bigger than you. So don't feel like everything's on what you do right now. You know, it's not. A lot of stuff is divine. A lot of stuff is destined. You know, life is a series of options, a series of choices, a series of decisions. And imagine if you had a life where you had no choice about anything that happened to you. A lot of people, unfortunately, live in those kind of circumstances. So, you know, let's not agonise ourselves. Let's move forward, you know, and what's meant to be will be. And the best laid plans, if they're not the right thing, will fall apart and something new will fall together that is right for us, okay? So don't get that fear mentality and stop putting one foot in front of the other. Because being a Libra moon, I definitely do that sometimes, okay? I can do that for quite long periods if I allow it. Right, let's get one for November. Right, we've got a lot of threes in your reading. We've got the Knight of Cups, so someone who can be manipulative, maybe, you know, a bit fickle or untruthful, unreliable. And we've got low quality, mediocrity, lack of skill, preoccupation, isolation, sloppiness, and group conflict. So November would not be a good time, okay, to be meeting someone. It may be that it's a shady person coming towards you, or you might just be, you know, from what we were discussing and talking about, you might be quite difficult to pin down. You might be a bit of a slippery customer because you're not wanting to commit. Not because, you know, you're non-committal, just because you're afraid of making the wrong decision. Or, I mean, some people don't want commitment, you know, because it scares them and they're scared to, like, do that. But I think, you know, the nature of this reading, being open to future love, you're obviously interested to find out when you're going to meet someone. So I think you are looking for that. But you just need to be careful that you don't self-sabotage, okay, with being fickle, which, you know, if you don't know what fickle means, it's just, you know, you feel one way and then you swing the total other way about something, like you change your mind with the direction of the wind. You know, and it's like, it's that indecisive nature could, you know, could be an issue here, or it could just be that whoever comes towards you isn't someone to take a leap of faith with. So have a mull over all that. Justice, you know, seems to be sort of later on in this month, seems to be a good time to meet someone, because you've got that balance, that sense of give and take, reciprocity, the truth. It's your most positive card here. So I'd say somewhere later in this month you could meet someone. But you just need to, you know, if you've got no reason to doubt them, if they're bringing enough to the table, if you're attracted to them, give them a chance, you know. If it's not meant to be, well, it won't work out, and, you know, and that'll be that. But if it's someone that you don't feel like it's going to benefit you, when you commit yourself to somebody and you become exclusive with somebody and you have a public relationship with somebody, it should be because they improve your life, they make it better, you know. And that should be in a practical sense, in a financial sense, in an emotional sense, you know, safety, everything. if you're going to have to pay somebody's way and there's a major imbalance, if you're going to have to put up with someone's crazy mood swings, you know, or they're going to be violent, or, you know, they've told you like a pack of lies and then, you know, mad shit starts coming out. Obviously, that's not someone to commit to. Obviously, that isn't fair and reciprocal or balanced. They're going to be cold with you, you know, but they're always good for money. Like, you don't want that either. Do you know what I mean? Like, be with someone because they improve your life all round. Like, it's a good deal for you. Like, don't do it otherwise, because that's just mental. You will end up getting your fingers burnt. And as I say, even if you make a decision like that, Libra, you know, because God knows I have, it'll all be rebalanced, you know. It will be that you draw tighter boundaries around yourself, you'll learn your lesson and you'll move on. Don't catastrophise things. Don't make out like, you know, if you make the wrong decision, it's the end of the world. We all have a choice. We all have a choice to stay. We all have a choice to leave. We have a choice to give something a go, and we choose when it stops, okay? You're in control. All right, thank you, Libra, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, I'm going to be doing a reading for Scorpio. It's going to be a 4-card spread. It's to see when you're going to be attracting in new love, okay? When are you ready for future love? So the first card will represent now, so today, tomorrow, yesterday. The second card will represent the rest of September, so the next week and a half. The third card will represent October, so after the next week and a half. And then the fourth card will be November, okay? So let's see, based off what comes out, if you are still, you know, having low vibrations and you're in the process of healing, you know, it's quite right to have your barriers up. You need to do that. It's a form of coping and making sure you don't receive any more pain, you know, in too close a period, right? So it may be that you're doing really well, you're feeling really great, you know, and you're just like, yeah, when's it going to be? And then, so let's see. Right, 4 cards for Scorpio, please, Spirit. Okay, let's have a look. False accusations, injustice, intolerance, irresponsibility, dishonesty. With the Knight of Cups, express your creativity with compassionate emotion, romantic, sensitive, indolent. I feel like someone's done you dirty, I'm not going to lie, because we've got a sense of injustice. You know, maybe you offered your cup to someone and you were rejected, or you were very open and emotionally kind of expressive and they were cold or didn't really like expressing how they felt, or it was just completely, you know, unrequited love. You could have even been cheated on, you know, or gone through a major breakup or divorce. So let's say not now, because you're going to be in that, you know, bitter mood where you're just like, right, I hate everyone, I hate all men, or I hate all women, you know. Big fat no for today or tomorrow. What about the rest of September? The 7 of Swords, guard against deceit and concealment. There could be sneaky people around that you don't want to trust, or you might have you know, a sense of like, yeah, I mean, going off, if you were betrayed previously, you might be anticipating that, you know, in the rest of this month. So I'm not too surprised by that one, to be honest. Investigation, mastery, discovery, willpower. Make sure you do your research on, you know, anyone that presents themselves to you in the rest of this month, the next week and a half. I'm sure you'll be closed off to it based off what's happened to you previously. Could be the same person trying to get back with you. I wouldn't expect a Scorpio to cheat. Obviously, everyone's capable of it, but Scorpios are very emotional, possessive, you know, they like to be with you pretty much all the time, so I wouldn't expect them to, you know, to be so sensitive and misbehave, but you never know. Right, so we've got the Fool reverse, naive, reckless, apathy, inexperience, hesitation, unwise, or indecision. Yeah, you might be scared to take a leap after all this betrayal. You might still be in a place where you don't want to trust, and let's be honest, that would only be 6 weeks from now maximum. So let's check out November, see what November's got in store. The Death card, end of a cycle, 6 of Wands, victory, recognition, being in the public eye. Failure to face the facts, delay, disappointment, blame, doubt. King of Wands, severity, intolerance, cruelty, austere, stubborn, ruthless, opinionated. Right, it's really weird, like, your Major Arcana card is coming out, and it happened for Libra and it happened for Leo. Growth always means leaving something behind. I think you're going to be able to let go of the betrayal. And I think, you know, you're going to recover, you're going to have success. But you just need to be careful that you don't carry a chip on your shoulder, because we've got blame here. And we've got the King of Wands reversed, which is change reversed. And it's someone who is confident and fiery, but it's in a negative way. The King of Wands reverse is someone who's bad-tempered, you know, telling people exactly what they think of them, you know, and causing a lot of hurt and damage. So, you know, waving that wand around, you know, calling people for all sorts is going to be a mistake, isn't it? Because you don't want to assume. It's okay if you kind of having a go at the person that betrayed you, but you don't want to keep doing that over many months. You want to be able to forgive, you know, and move forward to somebody that does appreciate you, or somebody that you match with better, you know. And to be honest, if you were kind of still that angry months later, you've either been in denial or you're holding a grudge. You know, I'm not saying you've got to be over it when someone cheats, but why have they cheated? They're either a toe bag and not someone to be with, or it wasn't working anymore and they weren't fulfilled by the relationship, and neither were you. You know, and there's a lack of coming to terms with that. So I think you just need to watch out for, I think you're going to, you know, move on from the betrayal, but you don't want to move on with a chip on your shoulder or thinking you're high and mighty, because it's not going to be attractive. You know, stay humble. You don't have to like what happened, but you can, you know, realise that there's better people out there and you deserve, you know, deserve love. And hold other people, you know, to that standard. Draw healthy boundaries, but don't lose your temper. Bit of a similar one to Virgo there, I think. Or was it Libra? I mean, I would say November onwards. You know, let's pull one for December. Because you look like you might have a bit of a temper still in November. Let's pull one for December. Right, you're going to be restless, indecisive, and reflecting. So I think, you know, to be honest, if you have been cheated on, I'm really sorry that happened. It's going to take reflection, some hermit, you know, time being by yourself, and, you know, it could be more than 6 months before you know, realistically, it's going to be more than 6 months, isn't it, before you know, with the Seven of Pentacles, you're looking at what's already being planted and you're reflecting, and that's a good thing to do. I think, you know, you are a fixed sign, you know, being a Scorpion. You struggle to move on, you know, when you care about someone, you really care about someone, and I think taking the time to properly heal rather than, you know, rushing into anything with anyone new is right. You know, healing, you know, it's okay to be upset, you don't have to like what's happened, you know, you've got to accept it, you can't make anyone be with you, but you need to give yourself time to be upset, time to be okay, and then time to want something new, you know. And I think you probably will be like a Taurus or a Leo or an Aquarius, where you need longer, you know, to sort of really make sure that you're in a good place before you allow something in. So I'm not going to say in the next 4 or 5 months, I'm going to say 6 months plus. You know, and that's only right, isn't it? If it, you know, because justice could be put into a marriage that's broken up here, you know, or being cheated on. Your trust is just gone, you know, and you're so frightened of that happening again, you know, and it doesn't leave you feeling good. So why would you want anyone coming towards you? You know, you'd be worried about happening again, so you'd be afraid to take a leap of faith, and then you could have, you know, this sort of bad attitude towards anyone approaching you and be a bit snarky or whatever. So take the time, you know. In December, looks like you'll be in a bit of a restless state and thinking about the past, and Christmas is like that, unfortunately. But, you know, new year, new start, maybe. If this isn't your story, don't worry about it. But from the cards, I don't think you're going to be open to something in the next 3 or 4 months, and that's just what I'm getting. Energy's fluid, you know. Leo didn't get anything coming out before December, so what I will say is it's based off of your healing. So if you decide to do some healing, you know, and work on those emotions, be reflective, do some hermit, you know, mode, like do some shadow work, have a think about, you know, what went on, and being able to forgive and place what happened somewhere in terms of, like, you know, tarot is very helpful in terms of placing what's happened and processing it and being able to move forward, because you can find a purpose for that connection. All connections are sent your way with a purpose. So if the only thing you learn is to draw boundaries around yourself, you know, or recognise the red flags, or, you know, to learn forgiveness, like, there will be lessons from this. And if you do work, you know, on yourself, healing from this, I could pull out cards in a week's time and we could get something totally different. Do you know what I mean? your actions, your energy is fluid, and you have jurisdiction over your life, and people develop at different rates based on whether they're open to healing or, you know, they want to stay mad. Whatever. So I could pull these exact cards, you know, again, or I could pull something completely more positive. This is what I'm getting as things stand right now. Okay. And like I say, if something awful like that's happened, why would you want to rush your healing? I'm not saying you're not going to be involved with anybody at all, but future love, you know, could be a way off yet. If you want to, like, have a dalliance here and there, or flirt with people here and there, that's absolutely fine, isn't it? You know, horses for courses, all kinds of connections have a purpose, okay? Right, I will see you in the next one. Sorry, Scorpio, I forgot to pull advice. Anchor. Keep yourself grounded. Well, that echoes what I said about not, you know, don't lose your temper. And, you know, be out in nature, be around people you do trust, who have got your back, and do that healing. And, you know, we come out with a very different result in a couple of weeks' time. Okay. Take care, Scorpio.